WWE Tease a former AEW champion for their Netflix debut. Plus, a major title change took place on last night's Raw. And a retired WWE star could be making an in-ring comeback, maybe? It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. All eyes are on January the 6th. Make your own political jokes there, as Raw gets set for Netflix next year. And a heck of a debut planned by the looks of things.
By the looks of things, indeed. There was a circle with a line through it on last night's Raw.
Oh, the dreaded debut of Circle with a Line Through It Jones.
Yes, right up his... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, yes, that vignette aired last night. There wasn't anything else to it. It was a circle with a line and some mysterious music on top of it. Led many people to believe it could be the debut of one Penta Zaromiedo.
And a circle or a zero?
Or, I saw someone saying it could be Malachi Black because of his eye and it crossed out. Or, because it's orange, it could be Becky Lynch or Scripts.
Oh, or Taz.
Or Taz.
It's Taz. Well, we'll know if it's Malachi Black by about lunchtime because he'll have done a video in his car on Instagram Reels.
I'm just joking, by the way. Don't worry.
It's very much looking like this is going to be the WWE debut of former AEW World Tag Team Champion Penta, who is coming alone. I think the plan was initially to see the Lucha Brothers debut at the same time, but Rey Fenix still with Tony Khan's AEW as a result of time being added onto his contract for injury. Penta, however, is free as a bird and he can do what he likes, and it looks as if they're going to bring him in as a single star on Raw.
Yeah, straight to the main roster, bypassing the actual main roster of NXT, as we all know. What a run he would have had there, Tom, but can't have everything in this world, can you? But I hope Rey Fenix deletes Twitter, because I can only see it getting worse for him now that this has happened.
Yeah, I would. If I were him, I'd come away from him for a little while. All getting set for January the 6th, including an announcement of a big old grudge match. We saw this one coming, and it's now happening.
Yeah, CM Punk's in the ring doing one of those promos on last night's Raw. Seth Rollins appears in the crowd. CM Punk's like, meh, you belong in the crowd, you fan. And then Rollins is like, well, I've had more WrestleManias than you've ever had, even though I'm a fan. Meh, you abandoned this place, you not fan. And then they get into a little bit of a scuffle.
That was it verbatim.
Exactly. It's a shoe promo, everybody.
It's a shoe
They
promo.
get into a little bit of a scuffle around the ringside area. And as Tom said, the big match is made for January the 6th.
Yeah, Adam Pearce saying, like, you two can have a match then on Raw on Netflix. Wade Barrett describing it magnificently as his fight was going on of 10 years of simmering bile.
No one likes bile, do they?
Oh, especially not if it's been simmering for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is, of course, a rivalry that has been building up in earnest since Survivor Series 2023 and the return of CM Punk and the reaction of Seth Rollins. It was held off because of injuries to CM Punk and then injuries to Seth Rollins and then programs going elsewhere. But it's one that stems back further than that because when CM Punk was having that run in AEW, you had Seth Rollins in interviews referring to him as a cancer and never come back here.
And it goes all the way back to the early noughties, Tom, because that freeloader, that dirty freeloader, Seth Rollins asking CM Punk to trade him for free. Is this a charity, Seth Rollins? Give the man his money.
Pay the man. So CM Punk, Seth Rollins one-on-one is going to be a feature match on Raw's Netflix debut, along with a tribal combat match that has been confirmed between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
The Battle of the Ulafala. Or the Ufalafa, as Ellie Knight likes to call it on SmackDown last week. I reckon that'll be used to bring back the final boss, you know?
Oh, it's a given that they're in LA. It's the Netflix debut. The Rock can't resist that, no matter how busy he is.
He'll just pluck it up. They'll both be knocked out on the ring. He'll just go whoop and whoop. As we all know, possession is 10/10 of the law with the Ufalafa. Ulafala. Sorry.
With the falafel. So we'll see that happening on Raw. Also, speaking of the new Raw coming up on Netflix in January, take a look at the new logo.
A huge wanky advert was produced to reveal this logo with the catchline, real, rebellious, Raw.
With Paul, you don't want me in the photograph, Levesque, front and centre.
He's so shy. You can't get him out in front of the camera unless it's absolutely desperate times, can
He
you?
absolutely cannot get in front of that camera. I don't mind it. It's nice and clean. There was that other logo that did the round. I don't know whether it was a joke where it had like the R, like a slithery snake that joined up with the... It looked rubbish. It looks like it could have been a joke, so I might have half read a Reddit. But this is nice. It's clean. It can be used in multiple different ways.
No, Tom,
Fine.
it's real, rebellious, raw.
Branding, marketing. Spreadsheets in a boardroom. Let's talk about Raw, which was real and rebellious last night and was headlined by a World Tag Team title change.
It bloody well was the Raw War. Hey! War! Whale! Rebellious! The War Raiders are the tag team champions after last night's Raw.
So was Jonathan Ross on commentary last night.
So the JD go to use a chair from the outside, but the chair won't bloody move, and Joe Tessitore on the call's like, why won't that chair move? And it turns out because the other side of it is a hooded Damian Priest who was holding it and stopping, I think it was Finn Balor at the time, trying to pull it back into the ring, and then one thing leads to another, and the War Raiders hit the old bloody War Machine, and then that's it. Ding dang dong.
Brand new tag champions. Fireworks to end the night on, which I thought was lovely. Ooh. Nice to see them get their moment. Nice to be main eventing Raw as well. I thought that was really cool.
And as to the storyline of Finn, but if you listen to Finn, apparently you win, but apparently you don't now because the world title picture's blown up in his face and now he's lost the tag team titles. So mutiny, I reckon, within the JD.
Listen to Finn and you'll win. We'll have to change his name to Foos.
Yeah.
Because you lose. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Just add don't in there. You don't win.
Phones. This is Eric and Ivar's second time around with the tag titles. They previously beat current WWE agent Robert Roode and current TNA World Champion Dolph Ziggler.
The Dirty Dogs.
The Dirty Dogs.
The Shagging Dads.
The Shagging Dads. There was their previous, they toppled them in 2019. They both had extended hiatuses from the company, healing up from numerous injuries, and I believe it was Ivar that had stem cell treatment as well during the break as well. So nice to see them back. It's a good time. It's a nice set.
Yeah, and they've been on fire since they came back. I think dropping the not like they still look like Vikings, but not acting like Vikings. I think dropping that and making them more relatable is just big, hard men who wear leather. Ooh.
Yeah,
it's been a good thing for them.
One can relate to such a thing. Now it's Christmas coming up. Don't know whether you've noticed. So they taped next week's Raw, so everybody can have a nice break for Christmas. And you may have your own opinions on the creative and the booking and the way things are done in each company, and that's fine. But I love the fact that now you have wrestlers in WWE that are treated a little bit more like human beings who have families and want time off with them. So they it sounds like such an obvious thing, some time off around Christmas. But it felt like, and I said this to Jack yesterday, with the previous administration, the head of that administration went, I don't like Christmas, so I'm going to work Christmas so I haven't got to see my family. So you will as well. I don't think you get that anymore, which is lovely. But it does mean as well that we have spoilers for next week's episode of Raw. If you don't want them, stay safe and love you. Bye.
Natalia is going to have a rotten Christmas. This was horrible to read this morning.
Natalia is foaming.
She is absolutely furious.
She is furious. She said it was her time on Twitter and everything. My time to become Women's Intercontinental Champion.
No one's been here longer. No one's been just the more model employee than me. But Io Sky advances to the semi-finals of the Women's IC title tournament, defeating Natalia and Alba Fair.
They treated Natalia's desires to be Women's Intercontinental Champion like Tyson Kidd treated her that time when she walked in front of the telly in her underwear with ignorance and disdain.
Disinterest,
and I'm furious about that and that. Both things.
Would you have liked to watch them get it on there, Tom?
Yes.
Great stuff.
It was a lovely time. So Natalia is out of the Women's Intercontinental title tournament, basically. Sorry, dear.
Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn bookended the show with Drew getting help from the new Bloodline to defeat Sami in the main event. What?
Yeah, interesting that Drew's all like, the Bloodline's rubbish, except the new one. Like the new one. It's good, that one. We didn't mention, actually, that it was Io Sky that advanced to the tournament. In our disgust that Natalia had been booted out of the tournament, we didn't mention it was Io Sky that went through.
I read it out verbatim. I did. Don't worry, Tom. I did.
Oh, that's right. I might have missed that then. I apologise. But Drew and Sami, a bookending Raw, I thought was nice.
Yeah.
From what I can gather, they have some great chemistry at the start. And Drew kind of being in amongst the new Bloodline mix is an interesting development as well.
I guess it's natural as well because he wants to take out anyone associated with the OG Bloodline. So I guess the new Bloodline will be like, well, he's got the same mission statement as us.
Exactly.
Let's get together and be Samoan.
Let's get together.
Expect expect 2025 to start with a tattoo Drew McIntyre appearing. All the tribal tattoos and whatnot.
I'd love that. He might for Christmas get those ones that you wear.
The Jeff Hardy sleeves.
Jeff Hardy sleeves. That'd be lovely.
Elsewhere, the New Day cut an in-ring promo in which they lay into Wade Barrett, comparing him to Big E as another coward too scared to return to the ring. I've done the return again.
Return?
Is this teasing? Of course. Big E not only potentially returning, but Wade coming back as well.
Yeah.
Pre-show pals on the desk with their cushy desk jobs.
Do you reckon they do New Day versus Wade Barrett and Big E?
I would love to see it. As we all know, NXT stalwart who especially watch the NXT 2.0 days, know how horny Wade Barrett can be. That fits in with the cavalca of Big E, so having two horny big lads thwack Xavier Woods, who is rated R, and Kofi Kingston, who might be rated R as well. I don't know what he gets up to behind closed doors. That would be a match made in heaven.
I'd like to see. I think we've said this a few times. I think obviously Big E coming back is a yes, please, if he's able to do so. Same with Wade Barrett. I feel like both have unfinished business. It'd be nice for them just to come back and just end on their terms. If it's just the one time.
Yeah.
Just we want one more Barrett barrage.
Yeah.
We want one more big ending.
It makes you think for Wade especially. This story is about. Imagine him versus Drew, which we had a little bit of tete-a-tete. Wade being the voice of reason for Drew. That could bleed into something else, but obviously only if he's healthy enough to do so.
And if he's healthy enough to do so. Are you healthy enough to hold and or give today?
I can do both, Tom. 4 p.m. on the Hold and Give YouTube channel. Go on the homepage of this YouTube channel. Go at the bottom. It's the yellow circle. Click it and subscribe.
4 p.m. You have to hold and give, but do it at the right time.
Yes.
And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.